Welcome to 5 Minute Chapters, the podcast where we summarize important writings on education and learning. I'm your host, Daniel Bowe, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing how to implement the technique of introducing yourself to students from the book Implementation Guide for the First Days of School by Wong, Chapter 12. Picture this. It's the first day of school, and you stand at the front of your classroom, ready to greet a sea of new faces. How you introduce yourself and welcome your students can set the tone for the entire school year. In this chapter, Wong emphasizes the importance of creating a safe, organized, and consistent classroom environment. Today, we'll explore key strategies to make your students feel welcomed and supported from the very beginning. So, how can we effectively introduce ourselves to our students? Let's dive into the explicit instructions provided by Wong in his implementation guide. The first step is to communicate with parents, guardians, and students before school starts. Reach out to them, share your enthusiasm, and provide any necessary information to help ease any preschool jitters. Next, when the first day arrives, warmly greet your students as they enter the classroom. Remember, finding the correct classroom can be a daunting experience for students, so a friendly smile and a kind word can go a long way in alleviating their anxieties. Make it a habit to greet each student individually and warmly each day and at the beginning of each class period. This simple act of acknowledging and welcoming them can significantly increase their engagement and create a positive classroom culture. Now let's address the two major things you want to state at the outset on your first day of school: your name and your expectations of the students. Have a well-prepared first day script ready to go. This script should reflect your personality and teaching style, while also clearly communicating your expectations for the class. By setting these expectations early on, you establish a foundation for a structured and successful learning environment. Remember, if you don't structure your classroom, the students will structure it for you. Establish clear routines and procedures that will guide your students throughout the year. Show them that their voices will be heard and their needs will be supported. When students feel secure and understand the expectations, they can focus on learning and thrive in the classroom. Now let's take a moment for reflection. Put yourself in the mind of a student on the first day of school. What do you think would be your most pressing question about your classroom, your teacher, or your school? By answering these questions, you can alleviate their anxiety and uncertainty, making them feel more comfortable and ready to learn. In this chapter, Wong shares several examples of ways teachers can welcome students, such as a warm greeting at the door, a letter home, or even a theater ticket. These gestures set a positive tone for the entire school year, creating an atmosphere of hospitality and care. Reflect on the tone you want to set in your classroom and consider how you can adapt these welcoming strategies to make your students feel truly valued and excited about learning. To help you implement this technique effectively, Wong provides an activity in the implementation guide. Reread his introductory welcome to his students and think about the message it conveys and the goals it accomplishes. Then, choose the key elements that resonate with you and adapt them for your own welcome speech. Jot down notes and write the speech, keeping in mind the tips on how to speak to the class. Finally, practice your speech in front of a mirror to ensure confidence and delivery. Introducing yourself to students is more than just a formality. It's an opportunity to create a supportive and engaging classroom environment. By implementing the techniques discussed in this chapter, you can lay the foundation for a successful school year. Remember to communicate with parents, greet your students warmly, and set clear expectations. Structure your classroom to empower your students to make them feel heard. That's all for today's episode of 5 Minute Chapters. We hope you found these insights valuable for your teaching journey. Join us next time as we delve into the next chapter. Until then, keep learning and inspiring those young minds. 5 Minute Chapters, because even teachers need Cliff's Notes sometimes.